guys, and welcome back to my channel. And of course, we are already now on our third video. Sa video na ito, atin pong pag-uusapan ang tama at ang legal na paraan ng pag-apply or pag-process ng work permit at TRC dito sa Vietnam. So, if you're ready, let's jump into it. Ang work permit po at ang TRC, para sa kaalaman ng lahat, ay napakahalagang mga dokumento na dapat meron tayo dito sa Vietnam if we want to work here legally. Kapag wala kang ganyan, ibig sabihin illegal ka nagtatrabaho sa Vietnam. I'm sorry for the words, I'm sorry for the term, pero totoo. Kapag wala tayong work permit at wala tayong TRC tapos nagtatrabaho tayo sa Vietnam, we are considered as illegal workers. So in this series, yun nga, sabi ko, pag-uusapan natin kung paano nga ba ang pag-apply at pag-acquire ng TRC at ng work permit. But, nakadepende ito sa estado or sa status ng ating document. So, first, we have case number 1. So, ito yung tinatawag natin na if your document has no stamp, okay, from the Vietnamese embassy. If you remember sa ating previous video, sabi ko after your apostolation, punta ka ng Vietnamese embassy, magpapastamp ka. So in case na hindi mo yan nagawa, okay, kasi nag-hold ka na sa time at flight mo na, so ito yung mga steps or mga options na pwede nating gawin. Una-una, bring your apostille documents to the Philippine embassy or to the Philippine consulate for the authentication process. So, yung pina-red ribbon or pina-apostle mo sa Pilipinas, i-a-apostle at i-red ribbon yan ulit dito sa Vietnam. So, panibagong gastos. Ibig sabihin, 2 beses kang umulit ng authentication kasi nga na mismong ipastamp ang document mo sa Vietnamese embassy or Vietnam embassy sa Philippines. Pangalawa, documents include your degree. Lahat ng mga pina-apostle mo, okay? Your degree, your TESOL, NBI clearance, etc. And your COE or the Certificate of Employment. Third, keep the receipt and claim your documents on the time and date indicated in the receipt. So, policy ng embassy at ng consulate is that no receipt, no release of documents. Remember that one. Consulate and embassy office hours are only from 8:30 a.m. hanggang 11:30 kasi meron silang nap time at break time from 11:30 to 1:30. So magre-resume ang opisina nila 1:30 p.m. hanggang 4 or 5 p.m. But also remember that in the morning, policy ito ng embassy at ng consulate na in the morning, ang ina-allow lamang nila is mag-submit ka ng document. So hindi pwedeng hapon ka na mag-submit. So if you want to submit your document, do it in the morning, not in the afternoon. Kasi ang afternoon nila is for the release of the document lamang. For example, naipasa mo na yung documents mo, tapos sabi sa'yo after 3 days balikan mo, nakaspecify doon sa resibo, nakasulat doon na you have to go back in the afternoon at 2 or 3 p.m. So hindi ka pwedeng bumalik ng umaga kasi nga 3 p.m. nakalagay. You have to read everything doon sa resibo na ilalagay, kung saan nakalagay yung instruction paano ang pag-claim, or else, di ba, masasayang panahon mo kasi hindi ka nagbabasa. Next, they are closed of course since they are a government office. Closed sila pag weekend or during holidays. Authenticated documents is now ready for translation and stamping. Okay? So also secure an affidavit of name order. Ito, napakahalaga nito. Affidavit of name order is required to work. Is required for for the tawag dito, for the application of your work permit and TRC dito sa Vietnam. Pag-uusapan natin yan ang tawag dito, affidavit of name order in a while. So the cost for the normal processing, it's around 600,000 VND per document. So 5 to 7 days processing. At kapag nagmamadali ka or you want the expedite process or the rush, it's 840 VND per document. So 3 days na processing yan. Of course, the price will change or will vary depending on the amendments na gagawin ng embassy at ng consulate. Hindi yan fix. Yung sinasabi kong affidavit of name order. So ito yung example. So ano nga ba ang affidavit of name order? It is an order to establish that all documents, despite of bearing a difference in a name, it refers to the same person. An affidavit of one and the same person is executed. This affidavit should be completed by the affiant or ikaw na nag-a-apply. The person whose name appears differently in one or more documents. Example, in my case, sa TESOL ko ang nakalagay doon Cyrus Diaz. In my TOR ang nakalagay Diaz Cyrus Aldohesa. Sa NBI ko, parang Cyrus Aldohesa Diaz. So, magkakaiba yung order ng pangalan. Para ngayon i-manifest mo na yung lahat ng document, iisang tao lamang ang nagmamay-ari, you need to secure the affidavit of name order. Napakahalaga ng affidavit of name order kasi hahanapin yan ng Labor Department at ng Immigration pag ang ating dokumento sinubmit na for our TRC and work permit application. So, kung in case ma-miss mo yan, matatambay yung papers mo kasi you need to secure it first. And imagine na ang processing din nito is 5 to 7 days. So, may 5 to 7 days na matatambay yung paper mo or masasayang yung iyong panahon. As to the requirement of the affidavit of name order, so simply lamang photocopy of your passport, including your visa. Regardless whether it's a business or tourist visa, it's okay. And then, ano pa ba? Yung photocopy ng mga documents mo na i-declare mo na ikaw ang nagmamay-ari. Mas mainam na kapag pumunta ka ng embassy or ng consulate, isabay mo na ang pagpapagawa ng affidavit of name order. Ito minsan ang nakakalimutan ng iba. So, it costs around 600 VND per copy. Address of the consulate and the embassy for your reference. So, ang consulate po ay nasa Ho Chi Minh at ang embassy po ay nasa Hanoi, the capital city of Vietnam. For case number 2 naman, ito ay kung ang ating documents ay may stamp na mula sa Vietnam Embassy in the Philippines. So all you need to do is to proceed to the MOFA or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the translation and stamping of your documents. Tapos you have to wait lang for the release date. And for the translation and stamping process, so ito yung ating susundin. But I would just want to make it clear na yung stamping process, ang MOFA lamang ang gagawa nun. Walang ibang agency na makakagawa ng stamping, si MOFA lamang. Alright, so here we go. For option number 1, pwedeng magpa-translate sa People's Committee Office. So, hanapin mo lang kung saan location mo, whether you are in Hanoi, or in Ho Chi Minh, so you just have to search in Google. Anyway, nasa Google naman ang mga information about these offices. All you have to do is to bring your documents to the People's Committee Office for the translation. So yung translation na gagawin is from English to Vietnamese. So lahat na nakasulat sa English, ita-translate nila yan into Vietnamese. The duration is 2 to 3 or 5 working days. Depende sa dami ng documents na translate mo po. So that means to say na madali lamang ang pag-translate. As to the cost naman, usually it's pag sa People's Committee, it's 100 VND per page. Remember, it is per page, not per document. Para matansya mo kung magkano yung gagastusin mo, bilangin mo kung ilang pages meron ang documents mo. Huwag mong isali yung mga resibo kasi minsan 'di ba pag for example nagpa-legalize tayo, pag binalik yung papel natin, yung resibo naka-attach din doon. Kukunin mo yung resibo kasi pag hindi mo kukunin ang resibo, pati yon ita-translate nila. So you need to get the receipt. Kasi hindi naman yun tawag dito mahalaga. It doesn't need to be included in our documents. So you can claim your documents after several days, depende doon sa nakasaad na petsa sa resibo, kasi magbibigay din sila ng claim stub. After that one, you proceed to the MOFA for the stamping. So panibagong ilang araw na naman ang hihintayin mo doon, like mga 2 to 5 days, 3 days. And then the cost is 70,000 VND per document. So per documents na siya, hindi siya per page. Option number 2, pwede sa Ministry of Foreign Affairs or sa MOFA. Mas madali kapag sa MOFA kasi doon na lahat gagawin, the translation and the stamping. So you don't need to move from one office to another and wait for several days for your documents to be completed. All you need to do is to bring your documents to the MOFA, request for the translation and the stamping. Nakakapag-English ang mga staffs doon, so magkakaintindihan kayo. So request for the translation and the stamping. So that translation, sabi ko nga, can be both done at the MOFA, the translation and the stamping. The duration is 3 to 5 days. The cost naman for the translation sa MOFA, medyo mas mahal sila ng konti. The last time I checked, I asked them, it cost around 110,000 VND per page. Ang stamping naman ay 70,000 per page. So, bring also your receipt kapag nag-claim ka na ng iyong documents. But I want you also to know na ang validity ng pinapatranslate natin mga documents is only 6 months. So, 6 na buwan lamang. So, yun nga, gaya ng nasabi ko in my previous videos, kaya saka ka lang magpa-medical at magpa-translate kapag ne-require na. Kasi masasayang ang bayad mo kung aabutin siya ng expiration date. It is only valid for 6 months. Kapag na-expired na siya, balik ka ulit doon, repeat the process for the translation. And, tawag dito, option number 3. Option number 3 naman, merong iba na nagpapatranslate sila sa mga private entity. So, merong mga agent or agency na gumagawa din ng translation, so doon sila nagpapagawa. Pero, my advice is that, para at least maging organisado yung process, saka sure ka na legit ang mga prosesong gagawin, doon ka na sa Ministry of Foreign Affairs magpagawa. But of course, the decision still lies on you kung saan kayo mas saan yung mas preferable para sa inyo. Notes and tips. For orderly transaction, follow the process. So first, consulate or embassy, tapos People's Committee or MOFA. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-bypass kasi ibabalik ka din nila. Okay? For example, yung document mo hindi siya nakastamp or hindi nakalagay for the consulate, ibabalik yan ni People's Committee or ni MOFA. Sasabihin nilang ibalik mo doon sa consulate, ipalegalize mo muna, do everything that are necessary para makaproceed sila sa tawag dito sa kanilang proseso sa translation. Number 2, some private entity also do translation, but again, mas better kapag doon ka magpagawa sa MOFA. You have your documents stamped in Vietnam Embassy in the Philippines to avoid delay, hassle, and a lot of, expenses, extra expenses. So please, kapag kayo ay nasa Pilipinas, follow my advice. Okay? Hindi ko naman pinipilit na i-follow nyo talaga. So at least I am giving you an idea para hindi kayo ma-hassle. Kasi ako pinagdaanan ko before ito na mga bagay. Hindi siya perfectly na nasunod ko talaga siya. Because there are some instances na hindi ako napagawa sa papel, so I have to go back again. Gaya ng stamping na sinasabi ko. When I left the Philippines, hindi ko pinastamp yung document ko, thinking na okay na siya. Kasi lately na ako nakapag-research na dapat yun pala ang gawin at wala rin nakapag-advise sa akin. Nung nagpa-process na ako ng document for my TRC and work permit application. Yun ang ginawa ko. Bumalik ako sa consulate, nagpa-legalize ulit. So, nagbayad ulit. Bali, yung ginawa sa papel ko, ang ni-red ribbon mula sa Pilipinas, ni-red ribbon ulit dito sa Vietnam. So, I waited for 7 days. Tapos, nagbayad pa ako ng around 3 million, 3.5 million, or mga 6 or 7,000 in peso. However, kung sa Pilipinas ko siya pinagawa, medyo nakatipid sana ako. Pero, yun na nga, I don't have any option kundi yung ganong bagay ang sundin ko. Next, no appointment needed or booking needed. So, you just have to go there early para at least hindi masyadong mataas yung pila. Kasi government office ito, you need to observe proper dress code. Pinagbabawal nila ang magsuot ka ng shorts, ng slippers, ng revealing na mga damit for girls. So, hindi siya pwede. So, respetuhin po natin yung mga government offices. Legalized and stamped documents ko. So, kapag natapos na siyang ma-legalize, matapos na siyang ma-translate, natapos na siyang ma-stamp, your documents is now ready for the work permit and TRC application. So, pwede mo na siyang ibigay sa iyong employer. Alright? So, TRC and work permit application. So, ito yung proseso naman para sa work permit. So, first, submit the documents to your employer or school including your medical record. So, lahat-lahat ng mga dokumento na nasa listahan, ipasa mo na, including din yung mga pictures. So, may nakaspecify ng mga sizes ng mga pictures na i-require sa employer. So, latest na picture, white background. So, wait and follow the instruction of the school. So, si school magbibigay ng instruction anong dapat mong gawin. Magbibigay din sila ng advice kung ano pa ba yung mga kulang. And sometimes, your school will also work with an agent. So, kapag agent ang gumawa ng iyong, nag-process, ng iyong work permit, sometimes you don't need to exit in Vietnam. Sometimes kasi may mga instances just like me na nag-exit pa ng Vietnam. Pag-uusapan natin yan later. Okay. Expenses will depend on your arrangement with your employer. So, minsan sasabihin ng employer, 50-50 tayo. 50% sa akin, 50% sa iyo. Or, sagot lahat ni employer. Wala kang babayaran. Or, sagot mo lahat. So, depende sa inyong arrangement kay employer. And the next, employer need to attach supporting documents doon sa iyong mga document. Then, for example, their license, their work, their business permit, and of course, their tax code. So, kinakailangang i-comply din yun ni employer. So, employer will submit your documents to the Department of Labor or Labor Department for your for your work permit processing. So processing would take like 5 to 7 working days. Here is an example of work permit. So kung makikita ninyo yung work permit, nakalagay doon yung picture. Meron ding work permit number. Tapos, although kinover ko lang siya, yung mga detalye. So, makikita mo may work permit number. Tapos, syempre yung pangalan mo, nationality, mga information, your personal information. Tapos, yung job description, pangalan ng company. At of course, makikita mo din yung red stamp. Okay? Yan yung stamp ng Department of Labor or ng Labor Department. Na ibig sabihin na yung work permit mo ay legal at dumaan sa kanila kasi merong red stamp. Next, temporary resident card. So, ano nga ba ang tawag dito? Temporary resident card o yung tinatawag na TRC. So, yung TRC is ang ating parang license natin na pwede tayong manatili sa loob ng bansang Vietnam for 2 years kasi our TRC and our work permit is valid for 2 years. Tapos, it gives us also entitlement such as pwede tayong mag-sponsor ng mga relatives natin from the Philippines kapag meron tayong work permit at TRC. At the same time, it also serves as our visa, our resident visa and our work visa sa ating TRC. Later on, I will going to show you an example. The application of TRC or Temporary Resident Card. So option number 1, stay in Vietnam. Kapag sinabi ni employer na I will let the agent do the permit for you, all the process, so and you need to stay in Vietnam, then that's fine. So you don't need to exit from Vietnam because the agent and the school will arrange everything for you. Option number 2, you have to exit from Vietnam gaya ng ginawa ko. Ito ang proseso. So once you have a work permit, the school will ask you to exit from Vietnam and wait outside of Vietnam for 7 to 10 days. Bakit 7 to 10 days? Kasi magre-request sila ng visa approval letter para ka makakuha ng working visa doon sa Vietnam Embassy kung saang bansa ka nag-exit. Pero take note, hindi ka pwedeng mag-exit pabalik ng Pilipinas kasi maiipit ka sa immigration. Hahanapan ka ng immigration ng mga legal documents. Inagpa-process ka pa nga tapos mag-exit ka ng Pilipinas. So medyo risky siya. Although merong ibang gumagawa ng ganyan, meron lang silang mga guarantee letter and all other documents. Pero for me, parang medyo medyo risky. Pero it's all up to you kung you're going to take the risk. Excuse me. Pangalawa, upon going out of Vietnam, of course, you need to bring your passport kasi tatatakan niya ng immigration doon ng nag-exit ka ng Vietnam. Tapos, your employers would ask you to take a picture doon sa tatak na nag-exit ka na talaga for them to know na talagang lumabas ka ng Vietnam. So, kailangan mo ding dala yung photocopy of your work permit, tapos yung invitation letter mula sa school. So, nakadepende na yan kung ano ang purpose na ilalagay ni school doon sa yung invitation. What's their reason for inviting you to come into Vietnam? Next, excuse me po. The school will request for your visa letter. So, it will take 7 to 10 days para ka makakuha ng working visa doon sa embassy. For instance, in my case, sa Cambodia ako nag-exit. So, doon ako sa Vietnamese embassy sa Cambodia kumuha ng work permit. And that cost me around $50. But good thing is that refunded ni school. So, depende yan sa arrangement ninyo ni school whether i-refund nila yung visa mo or sarili mong gastos. Next, upon returning to Vietnam, you need to present your passport, your visa, invitation letter, and a working permit to the immigration para at least ma-validate din nila. Pagbalik mo ng Vietnam, meron ka ng work permit, meron ka ng working visa. Ngayon, ang school mo, i-require ka nila na i-submit sa kanila yung iyong passport, tapos yung police check. That's why I'm saying in our previous video also na napakahalaga na kapag tayo ay nagrenta ng bahay, aalamin natin kung si landlady or si landlord ba ay nakakapag-provide sa atin ng kopya ng police check. Kasi isa yan sa mga pinaka-importanting requirement na hihingi ng school along with our passport para makapag-file ng TRC for us. Okay, so yun. So ipapasa mo kay school ang iyong police check record or yung TAM2 in their term. Tapos yung iyong passport. So si employer na bahala doon na mag-submit ng iyong document. So the processing of your TRC is around 5 to 7 days also. So ito yung example ng TRC. So merong picture, may pangalan mo, may nationality, then naka-indicate din yung validity ng ating TRC at yung type of visa that we have. So that serves as our resident visa, that also serves as our working visa in Vietnam. Mga questions. So what kind of visa do I need para makakuha ng work permit or TRC? So pwedeng the business visa, pwede ring tourist visa. It's okay. Any visa will do. What is TRC? So gaya na nasabi ko, ang TRC is it serves as our license to stay in Vietnam. It serves as our identification card na tayo ay inaalaw ng gobyerno ng Vietnam na manatili sa kanilang country. Next, it serves as our working visa, and of course, it will give us entitlement na makapag-sponsor ng ating mga relatives, kamag-anak, pamilya, nanay, tatay, or anak na makapunta ng Vietnam sa tulong ng ating TRC at ng ating work permit. Kasi nga kapag, for example, nag-sponsor ka ng family member going here in Vietnam, tapos wala kang ganito mga dokumento, ay nako, is a violation. Okay. So what is work permit? Ano nga ba ang gamit ng work permit? Of course, from the name itself, it gives us the opportunity na makapagtrabaho tayo sa Vietnam. The validity of our work permit is 2 years. So kung anong validity ng ating work permit, yun din ang validity ng ating TRC, at pwede po siya nating i-renew sa tulong na din ng ating employer kapag nag-expired na ang ating TRC at ng ating work permit. Not unless umalis ka sa employer mo dahil hindi mo nagustuhan yung pamamalakad or nagbagong isip mo or whatever reasons that you have. Ang gagawin ngayon ni employer, ipapakancel yung validity ng iyong work permit at ng iyong TRC. Ibig sabihin, back to ano na naman ka, illegal ka na nagtatrabaho sa Vietnam. So, yun. Pwede nilang ipakancel or ipa-terminate ang ating work permit at ang ating TRC anytime. Depende sa rason or sa violation na ating nagawa. Anyway, nakasulat naman yan doon sa kontrata kung ano ang mga kadahilanan na maaaring ang ating work permit at ang ating visa at ang ating contract ay mati-terminate or mapapawalang visa. What else? Bakit 7 days? O yun nga, kasi to give a leeway for the school to request for a visa approval letter para makakuha ka ng work permit. So, talagang 7 to 10 days ang regular na processing yan. And not unless i-expedite nila at magbabayad sila ng mahal. So, need ba talaga mag-exit? Yes, as per policy, need talaga mag-exit kasi nasa loob ka na ng Vietnam. So, you really need to follow their rules. However, ito naman, kapag ikaw ay nasa Pilipinas, for example, you are a direct hired. So, the same din ang gagawin sa mga documents mo, ipapalegalize mo sa Pilipinas. Pero ang mangyayari, kapag nalegalize mo sa Pilipinas, may stop na siya, nakatranslate na siya, ipapadala mo yan dito sa Vietnam, via courier, DHL, EMS, depende. Or may friend ka na mag-hand carry, pwede din. So, ipapadala mo siya sa dito sa Vietnam. So, ipaprocess siya dito sa Vietnam and the same time, ipapadala ulit sa iyo sa Pilipinas along with your invitation letter, guarantee letter, o kung ano pang mga dokumento na kinakailangan. So, yung dokumento na yon, dadalhin mo ito ngayon sa POEA para ikaw ay makakuha ng employment certificate. So, once you already have the OEC, yun ang ipapakita mo yun sa immigration sa Pilipinas para ikaw ay makalabas ng bansa. So, usually kapag direct hired, sa Pilipinas pa lamang sila meron na silang mga TRC at meron na silang mga work permit. So, at least legal ang kanilang pagpasok dito sa Vietnam. There you have it, guys. I hope that I was able to explain everything clearly. So in case na meron kayong mga katanungan, meron kayong mga hindi naunawaan, or meron akong mga punto na hindi natalakay, so please comment down on the comment section. And please also follow our page for more information. And maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta, sa inyong napaka-overwhelming na response sa aking mga video vlogs. Although hindi ako sanay talaga na humarap sa camera at medyo na-awkward pa kung napapansin ninyo, parang minsan na natitigilan ako kasi hindi nga ako sanay sa ganitong gawin. But for the sake of the Filipino expats in Vietnam, I am doing this kasi para at least hindi na kayo mahirapan magbasa sa mga napakahabang article ko. Although pwede rin ninyong bisitahin yung ating mga vlogs, yung aking mga articles, pero minsan yung iba kasi naunawaan ko din na wala silang panahon na magbasa. So I am doing this as an alternative para at least maipaliwanag or bigyan ko kayo ng tamang gabay. And I hope that you will still continue to support my advocacy, my tawag dito yung aking mga ginagawa, and patuloy din po ninyong suportahan ang ating page, ang ating YouTube channel. So share it to everybody para at least mas marami tayong matulungan, mas marami tayong educate. So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, and I'll see you in our next video. Maraming salamat again, and God bless us all.